Might as well talk about this now. And this is what shocked me. Well, it shouldn't have shocked me, but it did. I was in Cleveland, and my brother and I went over to a Checkers. Well, down here they call it Checkers, and I thought about going to Checkers today, but I'm not even hungry. But in this area, the Mid-Atlantic, they call it Checkers. In Cleveland, they call it Rally's. Now, it's two different names for the same corporation. Maybe one of them is independently owned from another. I don't know. But anyway, let me get to the point right quick. This is DJ Wolf Live. All right, guys. I was in Cleveland as you know, and went to go see my dad. He's very sick right now, and my brother and I was getting ready to go visit, and we actually stopped by and got some lunch over at the Checkers version down here is Rally's. They're the same thing. Checkers, Rally's, whatever. Rally's and Checkers are the same thing. They run by the same people. I don't know how that. Maybe they were two different companies or whatever. But anyway, at the Rally's, I went stop by, got food. Of course, when you're at a spot like that, especially in the hood, guess who you got running them all? A hood rat. Guess who served my brother and I? A hood rat. And that's no joke. That was the longest time I ever had to wait on a meal from a Checkers or Rally's in my life. I think about 15 minutes. I was like, what the fuck are them niggas doing? They're pulling the food out their ass? Seriously, though. And I had already paid them the food. I guess they think we're going to drive around. And here's the kicker. Do you know how when you go to Checkers, you drive either right side or left side? Well, the way they did it was in reverse. You either went one way or the other. I mean, you had to go the opposite direction of what the arrows were. I ain't never seen that happen before in any Checkers I've been to. Anyway, and you had to go. I'll take that back. You had to go one side Checkers. You know how it is when you go out right or left. You know, first you go to the little thing, the speaker that has the menu, and then you drive around and pick up your order after you pay for it, and then you go. These motherfuckers here had you go, and there's no joke. Put your order up. Put your order up. And then now you put the order up, on the speaker thing, you go around and you pay for your order. Then she talking about you had to go around the other side. It's like, wait a minute, what Checkers does this? Or what Rally's does that? I've never even known Rally's to do that. Went around the other side. But here's the kicker. The girl was talking like she was in a rap video. Like she was rapping or something. I was like, whoa, slow it down. Could you slow it down a little bit? So, gotta slow it down. And, like I said, 15 minutes later, I had to wait all day for the damn food. Went around there, picked it up, and she did the same damn thing. I was like, what the fuck is this? Is the hood stanky bitch saying? I didn't know what she said. For real. And I told my brother, I said, this is why I don't go to too many fast food places in the hood, because I don't know what she said at all, and they took forever to get my food ready. Wasn't nobody in the damn line. That's the killer part. There was no one in the line. Nobody there but us. I think there was one other person who was in line. I didn't even pick up like a sandwich or two. That was it. I said, that is the slowest Rally's I've ever been to that didn't have anybody there. The slowest one ever. that I've ever, between Checkers and Rallies, that was the slowest one I've ever been to in my life. There's no way it should take no 15 minutes to cook no food unless they wouldn't just cook it. But then again, I had to give credit. I think it was around about 11 or 12 when we went over there, so it might have been. They probably just opened it up, but you know how people are. CP time and all that. But nevertheless, though, it just amazed me that she was talking like she didn't know how to talk. And not that she was talking from a different language. She was talking ebonically. Like, you know what she said. But she wasn't even doing that. But it was just like she was just talking real fast. I was like, whoa. And it wasn't from her language. She was just like, man, you know what I'm saying, player? You know how people will be rapping. But that's how she was doing it at the Checkers. I was like, at the rallies. I don't know what the hell is she talking about. I just shook my head. I said, you know what? Again, this is why no harm. This is why I don't go to certain restaurants in the hood anymore, man. See, what I'm getting at is the hood now is not what the hood used to be. The hood used to be about what, let me put it like this. The hood used to be about conscious black people in the hood. It ain't like that no more. I don't know what happened, man. At least back in the day, growing up, the hood was the hood. But it wasn't the ghetto hood that it is today. And I can honestly say that. It's changed a lot. And I know that for several reasons. And I know it for a fact for several reasons. Because black people back then, I think, during that era was a lot more conscious. You know, they were conscious about what the kids were doing. You know, they were more conscious about what was going on in the world and actually gave a damn about it. They were conscious about their kids trying to have a future. They were. You know, they were conscious about, keeping the neighborhoods, safe and making sure if kids get out of line and somebody's grandmama or mama would keep in line. They didn't. Or people would drive like they had some fucking sense on the goddamn roads out here, which many of them don't. People used to care back then. These Negroes out here today don't give a shit about not much. They really don't. And I could tell. They don't give a shit about nothing. They don't. They don't give a shit about any damn thing, man. The attitudes. But and I'm going to say this. A lot of it has to do with economics. Economics, man, has destroyed, or at least the way economics is played out in our communities has destroyed our communities over the last 45, 50 years. I've seen it. I'm a witness to it. I grew up around it. It has literally destroyed our neighborhoods. The lack of economics and job growth. Part of that is because, and I'm going to say part of it, there's an old saying about public policy and personal responsibility. This plays a big role in that. Public needs in terms of politicians, states, local, city, and federal legislative governments allow jobs to go overseas, man. The big corporations just took those jobs, man, took them away. Decided, well, we want to get ways of cutting our costs. Meanwhile, these fuckers wouldn't lose no money. People were still buying cars. People in this country, it used to be about products made in the USA. But I think a lot of these big corporations have put a bug in somebody's ear and told them, nah, it's not like that. You know, somewhere along the line that changed. And I noticed that in my hometown, man. You had all kind of factories in Cleveland and companies and stuff like that, man. When I was in school, everybody's working. You have businesses all over the city just thriving. I mean, thriving with a capital T. And then one day, man, you start hearing about all these jobs going away, left and right, protests, you know, shutdowns, union fights, and all kinds of stuff. You know, what's this food doing? Don't make me turn it. I know for a personal fact, my dad actually belonged to the very union that Jackie Presser used to run. Y'all know who Jackie Presser is. He was a union guy who was supposedly, and I'm gonna say allegedly because I'm not gonna accuse anybody of anything, was allegedly tied to had mob ties. The very union my dad was under. Yeah. And that union was a pretty strong union that he was in. I will say that. But here's the thing, though. Back in the day versus today, it was the economics that got destroyed. It was the economics that helped destroy our communities because people didn't rebuild them. They didn't. You see me coming here, fool. Let me go this way, too. They destroyed it. They literally destroyed it. Must be redoing all this. They are. Hopefully they widen these lanes out. Look like they're trying. I don't know what they're doing. But the economics got destroyed in our neighborhoods and took away a lot of jobs. And after a while, crime ran rampant. Even my old neighborhood, you didn't hear about a whole lot of crimes. People were doing some stuff, but it wasn't a whole lot. Now it's just all over the place over there. You know, it's heartbreaking, man, because a lot of very hardworking people that I knew in the neighborhood, man, are suffering, and neighborhoods around there too. But as the suffrage went with the economic downturn in our communities, with the jobs and resources, so did some of the standards of people in our community. That all went down too. I'm telling you right now, the standards that people had, the morals that people once had, it's gone. And that's the point I'm trying to make. And I heard that girl talking like she was she was trying to rap or something. I didn't even, you know, she was talking really ghetto. I mean, and I ain't saying it because I command the King's language myself, which I don't. But she was like, man, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like, so what? She was rambling. I was like, you know what the fuck she said? She was just rambling. I was like, man, it was just going. I didn't even know what she said. I just said, you know, just give me my food. I had already paid for it. I'm going. I had waited almost 20 minutes to get my damn food anyway. Consider we were the only ones in line in the drive-thru. Period. You know, I don't know what the hell they were doing, man. It's just sad, man. Our standards are just going down. And now you got these candidates out here that are running for office. And I will admit, although we don't have this right now, There's nobody I would vote for right now. We didn't even bother, and right now we have a chance to actually put somebody in that pot for the Democratic side or Republican side, whoever you want to represent. And we're not doing it. We're not even doing it as a people or community. We're waiting for somebody else to do it for us. See, that's the problem. And church, I will admit, teaches that. You got to wait for it. 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 You know? Now, don't get me wrong. There are things about church that I do love. And there's some things about church that I like scratching my head on. But one of the things they teach you is the one thing we've been doing for 400 years. And we're tired of waiting. You know? They tell you, wait on it, wait on it. And like somebody said on the YouTube channel, the very thing that you were taught in religion is from the very person who put you in bondage. And that's a fact. Don't believe me? Look it up. You know? I had a long discussion about that with my mother. My mother said, well, I just learned lessons and stuff. That's what the lessons taught me. Yeah, but you know what? And I remember my dad saying something like that years ago. And it's probably one of the reasons why I don't go to church as much, because me watching a number of videos on YouTube over years, and I know my old lady said, you be watching too many of the videos, and it got you thinking all different. No, I got me thinking consciously, because, and I should be thinking a little consciously about that, because think about it. Slavery been around, Slavery, they use religion to keep to put the mindset of people in bondage, like they have to wait. Think about it. That's what we did. Wait. What do you think they tell you in a lot of Bible verses about waiting, being patient? Being very slow to anger. Everything that we needed to do to fight slavery is everything they tell you to do not to. Those facts. And anyway, I said, that's what's out there. Real talk. All right, guys. Well, this is DJ Wolf. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to get something off my chest, about how politics and religion and the big corporations have helped to keep us in bondage for 400 years and help to destroy our communities. That's why and they do play, all three play a big part in why our communities is the way it is today. They have. There's no doubt about that. I'm just telling it like it is. This is for all to hear. And I'm DJ Wolf. I'm out.